The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchor man, Something. Hit the keys. And in today's newscast, I've got all kinds of exciting stories for you guys, from 6 freebies to Korg Blows It. But our top story today comes from Universal Audio. It looks like Universal Audio has just made Luna free for everybody who is a Mac user. If you don't know what Luna is the DAW created by Universal Audio. It used to only be available for those who had hardware from Universal Audio like Apollos, but now it's free for all. Let's take a look here at the story. All right, guys, so as we see here, they basically tell us the idea behind Luna is to put the power of analog recording console in your hands without the need for sound engineering qualifications. With the newly available free version of Luna, you will also get oxide tape extension, which is pretty solid. It's a simple one knob tape emulator with saturation control that you can implement across all of your channels. You're also gonna get the Shape Toolkit instrument, which provides a wealth of creative potential in a single software instrument. Shape allows you to layer and create sounds from top sample libraries like Spitfire Audio, Orange Tree Samples, Sound Couture, and Handled Sound. So basically with this, I have Luna. I've had Luna for a while. I have an Apollo. I've used it a few times. It is a pretty solid DAW. They used to call it recording software, but now they've kind of given in and they just call it a DAW. There's going to be 2 different versions. There's going to be the free version and there's going to be the pro version. Let's go ahead and take a look here at those. So as we see here, you're going to get the free version. The free version is going to come full unlimited version of Luna. It's going to come with the oxide tape extension, the Shape Toolkit instrument, an arpeggiator, a 30-day trial to Luna Pro, and then it's going to come with the 30-day trial to Neve Summon. And then the Pro bundle is going to come with all these different plugins, which is pretty solid. So you're going to get a handful of UA plugins. You're going to get the Ampex ATR 102 tape machine. You're going to get the API 2500 bus compressor and Luna extension, API preamp, API summing Luna extension, API vision channel strip, Century Tube channel strip, which is nice. You're going to get the Galaxy Tape Echo, Oxide Tape Recorder. You're going to get Polymax. You're going to get Pultic Passive EQ, Pure Plate Reverb, Studer A800 tape recorder, and then you're gonna get the LA2A collection. So they're gonna give you a whole lot to get you started if you're gonna go with this Pro bundle. What I wanna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play a few of the presets here from Shape. And like I said before, Shape is gonna come with a bunch of libraries from some quality people like Spitfire Audio Labs. They definitely got some good sounds in here. I'm just gonna play a few of them from this demonstration right here.
Bass guitar and bass synth.
That's a pretty solid bass guitar for basically what is a stock sound for them.
Electric and acoustic guitars. Piano and keyboards. Synth pads and leads. Horns.
Bruh, you're not even gonna tell me that those aren't some solid sounds for just stock sounds, especially the guitar and that piano. Probably one of the best stock sounding pianos out there. Definitely a very solid DAW to check out if you are a Mac user and you're looking for a DAW. I would recommend checking out Luna because it is pretty good to record in as well. And the next story I have for you guys today is another freebie. This one comes from 8Dio. It is for the full version of a Contact though. Basically, they are offering the 1928 Steinway piano for free for a limited time only. Normally, this piano costs $249, but right now it is free for a limited time. Let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio and check this thing out. So when you open it up, it's gonna look like this. It basically sounds like this. So I'll go ahead and play one more pattern so you can hear what it sounds like. So this thing's pretty cool. It's got a couple of different sounds here that you can layer. So you can click on this pretty easily, and then you can turn sounds on, turn sounds off. So now I have it on the Rhodes. You can also add other sounds too. So now I can add the marimba to it. And if I wanted to, I could add this glockenspiel. So with this, as you see here, you've got A, B, and you've got the volume here too, so you can bring the volume back if you want to. So it's got a few different things that you can mess with. It's got a few different piano types, so on and so forth. With this thing, you are going to get different effects and stuff like that. As you see here, you have a step sequencer for your LFO and then also for your AB. So if I was to turn this on right here, you're going to hear how it's going to play back and forth from AB. Basically, I don't have anything on B, so it's going to be like a gating effect. So with this too as well, you do get some effects, you get some controls down here. So you're going to get an EQ on deck. You get this form control right here. And as you look here, you're going to get a bunch of different effects that you can add to this too as well. So let's just turn this up just a little bit. All right, so let me go ahead and turn off this AB LFO so it stops cutting out there on me. Down here, you have effects. And so with effects, as you see here, you got a bunch of different effects you can mess with under the hood. So like we could turn on this to greater and get like the bit crusher distortion sound if we want. Obviously, we have reverb, we have phaser, we have all this stuff, so we can turn this phaser on too. We'll go ahead and turn the degrader off for a second. So that sounds pretty good. This isn't a bad piano. I don't know if I think it's worth $249, but it's sampled very well. I will say though that it is a 10 gigabyte download. So if you want this, make sure you really want it because it's about to eat up some space on your hard drive. In breaking news, it looks like the makers of the Microcosm pedal just created a new pedal called Chroma Console. And this thing looks pretty fire. Let's go ahead and take a look. So as we see here, Hologram Electronics has just dropped the Chroma Console. It is a multi-effect pedal and it ships in January of 2024. Basically, this thing right here has a bunch of different effects. So it's got 20 different effects, 4 rearrangeable effect modules, stereo input output, designed for both instruments and line inputs. So as you guys know, these guitar pedals are definitely very fire on synthesizers, drum machines, all that good stuff. You can use them with your MPC, you can use it with your SP404 to get some really dope effects. As you see here, it's got a record knob movements with gesture, sustain and loop audio with capture feature. It's got a bypass foot switch, a configurable filter effect with tilt, low pass, and high pass. It's got 80 user presets, MIDI in and out, clock synchronization. It's got bypass, all that good stuff. I've got a little sound example right here. So basically this is just what it's gonna sound like on the guitar, and it's just this person fiddling with some of the effects, but this thing definitely sounds pretty solid. So that right there is just one of the effect modules. Obviously, as you can see there, this sounds like it's gonna be a sound designer's dream right there. I'm probably gonna have to get my hands on that, check it out, give you guys a review, probably buy one and keep it for myself, that's for sure. And the next story I have for you guys today comes from Rode. It looks like Rode just dropped some brand new NT1 microphones. So they dropped a Signature Series and then a Series 5 or a 5 Series. In case you didn't know, I actually have an old school Rode right here, an NT1. I do love this mic, even though I have newer mics that, you know, are a little better. I've upgraded, but I still love this mic. I've recorded a lot with this mic. The new Signature Series, though, what's awesome about this mic is that it's only $159 for the XLR version. So if you need a really good mic, you know, and you're in the mid tier, and you're looking to upgrade or you're just looking to get a mic, I would definitely suggest this mic for $159 because it's going to come with the pop filter and it's going to come with a shock mount too. As they say here, with the Signature Series mic, it's going to be the iconic signature sound. It's featuring their stunning HF6 1-inch true condenser capsule. The NT1 Signature Series boasts the same iconic sound signature that's in the forebearers that they're revered for. Sparkling top end, high detailed mid-range, and rich and warm bass make it shine in almost any recording application. You can use it for vocals, piano, acoustic guitars, drums, percussion, electric guitar, basically whatever it is that you're looking for. And then they're also gonna offer this 5th generation right here of the NT1. Now the difference between these is that this version right here, this version's gonna come with an interface in it. So this one's gonna cost you $249. You'll still get the shock mount, you'll still get the pop filter, but this one is going to come with an interface in it. And as it says here, the NT1 5th generation features a professional grade audio interface built into the microphone, which is perfectly optimized to preserve its pristine audio fidelity, and also offers a range of highly innovative features for enhanced sound, including our ultra low noise, high gain Revolution preamp, high resolution 192 kilohertz AD conversion, and advanced digital signal processing. This is so much more than just a studio condenser microphone. It's a solid microphone, and this one you can basically plug it in with USB if you don't have an interface or something like that. You know, so definitely some good options here from Rode. I can't stress enough. I got the mic. I stand by the mic. If you are looking to get a mic, definitely a solid mic to check out. It looks like Arturia's giving us another freebie. They just gave us Analog Lab Play, and it looks like now they're giving away Augmented Strings, the intro version, for free for a limited time only. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So as we see here, Augmented Strings is gonna look like this. What's cool about this plugin is that it's got a couple of different layers together. So it's got a couple of different strings that are layered together. Obviously, you can see here, you can do a whole lot underneath the hood. You know, you can mess with different layers, different modulations. It's got an arpeggiator. It's got different effects that you can use, and then it's got different macros that you can assign as well. Here is one of the presets. It's gonna have 50 different presets in this thing, but here is one of the presets from the intro offer. So what makes this pretty nice is the way that you can morph the sound. I can't go through a whole bunch of presets because I have the full version of Augmented Strings, so I'm not really sure what's in the intro. I just know that this one is. But what I can do for you guys is show you guys kind of what you can do, because you can get this thing to morph and sound differently. So you can do some pretty cool stuff with this plugin. Again, it is free for a limited time only. If you don't have augmented strings, the intro, go grab it. There is content on YouTube going through sound demonstrations on this because they gave this away maybe a couple years ago as a free gift as well. The next story I have for you guys today is another freebie. I actually covered this freebie as a solo review. It's called Electric Keys by Karani Sounds. I'll leave the card for this one in the corner so you can check that out as well, where I do a full sound demonstration and go through the whole plugin. But let's go ahead and check this thing out shortly. So as we see here, Electric Keys is gonna look like this. It's got a few different presets. This is only free for a limited time only. With this, you can layer sounds together. It's also got a bell sound that you can layer with it too. It's got these different effects over here, and these effects are actually standalone effects that Karani Sounds also sells. And they're pretty solid. You see here, you get chorus, echo, phaser, a widener effect. Then over here, you get a bunch of solid reverbs. This thing sounds like this. And just that quickly, you can change it up and get it to sound a little bit different. I'll go ahead and play another preset for you guys here as well. So if you need a little electric piano plugin, this is definitely one that you should go check out. Well, it looks like Korg just dropped the Chaos Replay. Did they drop the ball? Many people think they did. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. So as you see here, the Korg Chaos is basically their own groove box that's geared up for musicians, DJs to use for live performances, to sample and things like that. It's got this LED screen, which is fire, and it allows you to use chaos mode. If you're not aware of what chaos mode is, basically you can put your hand on the screen and move it around, and it's going to make the effect sound different. Very solid tool. As you see here in the pictures, it looks very much like the SP404. So it looks like they just kind of copy and pasted the design. We made a few little tweaks on that. So what is it? You may be thinking that the Chaos Replay bears a rather striking resemblance to a certain SP404. It actually looks like the SP404 mated with a DJ mixer. So that's another thing that's solid about it. They do have an A and a B slider so that you are able to mix things in. But as we see here, the Chaos Replay is an all-in-one device. It weaves together powerful sampling capabilities, DJ style controls, and the now familiar Chaos Pad. But that Chaos Pad doubles up as a well-proportioned LCD display. So you can control everything here in that LCD display. They say right here, the Korg Chaos Replay can store 128 samples in 8 banks of 16 for up to 100 projects. Each of the 16 pads is velocity sensitive using a dual group assigned system, which provides a familiar performance experience that is enhanced by BPM detection. So as we look at this thing on the paper, like my boy Audio Pills would say, looking at it right here, it's ticking all the boxes until we get to right here and we see on the back that they have RCA connections. Fam, it is not 2003. We need all 1/4-inch connections in these pieces of equipment, especially if we want to call them professional. So here's kind of where we get into some of the negatives. They say here it's got a USB-A hookup. Bro, who's got USB-A anymore? And then with this as well, it doesn't have a sequencer. So, how are you going to make a groove box in 2023 without a sequencer? It costs $1,000. So when you're looking at this and compared to something that's like an SP404, an SP404 is $499, where this one is going to cost $1,000, and you can't even sequence your beat in this. So it's not even a standalone device. Basically, this is a performance tool. It's basically their Chaos Pad, which I believe you can get an old Chaos Pad for like $100. You can get the version above that for like $200 used. So basically, this is just kind of like a glorified Chaos Pad. Probably should have charged like $400, $500 for this. Hopefully Korg does something about this in the maybe like a firmware update where they add a sequencer. And I feel like they missed the target audience that they were aiming. And up next for you guys, I've got another freebie. This freebie is called Astronaut, and it is a pretty solid reverb. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this reverb right here is designed by Shiftline. Shiftline actually makes pedals, guitar pedals, and this is supposed to emulate a guitar pedal. What's cool about this is it has different reverb types that you can use, as you see here, but it's got an XY axis, so you can add up to 4 different reverbs, and then you can, obviously turn bypass on, and then you can move this around as you want. I'm gonna put it on this piano. I'm also gonna play it on a snare for you guys so you can hear what it sounds like. It's got a few different controls. So you got this X mix control, you got decay, you got warp, you've got a high pass and a low pass filter down here, and then the level. So this is what the piano sounded like without the astronaut on there. So now once we turn the bypass off and we turn the astronaut on, we can get it to sound like this. So decent reverb. I definitely have the mix up pretty loud, so we can turn that down a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I got 4 different reverbs pulled up right here, so I'm just gonna move it around so you guys can kind of hear what it sounds like. So that one's pretty nice. It's got the reverse. This one's got the shimmer down. Let's go ahead and hear what a few more of them sound like. So that's not bad at all. You've got this warp feature here as well. So I'll go ahead and let you guys hear what it sounds like real quick on a snare. I know a lot of people like to hear reverb on a snare so they can hear the tail and everything. So we'll go ahead and bypass this real quick, and this is what the snare sounds like. All right, so that's the snare for you guys, and then this is what it's going to sound like with some astronaut on there. So not a bad reverb at all. I would definitely recommend grabbing this one. It's pretty dope and it's nice to play with. And the last story I have for you guys today is another freebie. This freebie I did not download though, but I wanted to talk about it briefly. It's from Analog Obsessions, and it's called FET-CB. It's a compressor. So basically, if it was me, I would use this to parallel process my drums. So I'd put this on a drum bus. Basically what they say is FET-CB is a freeware compressor plugin for digital audio workstations on Windows and Mac. So this is basically going to come with the controls you expect. The ratio goes from 1:1 to 20:1, giving you a nice range. You have an independent threshold, which is good for any compressor. There are fairly standard attack and release controls. The attack gets quite fast with the minimal speed of 20 microseconds. You've got a mix control, which is standard for doing parallel compression on a channel insert or whatever madness you want to get up to. And there's also a sidechain key. So they say it's got a smooth character and everything like that. So I'll leave all this stuff linked below in the description. But that's what I got for you guys today. Hope I could help you out in today's newscast. If you guys didn't see, I just dropped a video about the best Black Friday sales. So go ahead and check that out if you're looking for any early Black Friday sales, because there's definitely some fire stuff out there. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Signing off as your anchorman, something. Hit the keys. Until next time, peace.
Some, hit the keys.